Last time on Springport by Night, Anthony's connection was tested, but Celeste bought him over with a binder of info on Springport's vampires. Salma, leader of the Lost Shadows, agreed to help Celeste after the young vampire killed the hunter who assaulted Salma's nightclub. Selma also let slip that Mira's ghouls were captured by the Forgotten Knights. Okay, so we laid low until the meeting, so I think we're going to just pick up entering into that scene. And actually, for this, I'm going to grab an Ironsworn supplement because it's got rules for this. This is my Ironsworn Lodestar. I recommend it. It's pretty great. But there's a special type of tracker that they have. Oh, where is it? Ah, Extended or Complex Challenge Scene. And you can give it a different rating. Like anything here, I think it would just qualify as what? Yeah, it'd be like a ranked, like, you know, the ranks equal the same ranks over here. So they would call it the deal. Deal scene challenge. Establish our goal. All right, so that's our goal. Our goal is to get Nora and Protection of the Lost Shadows. And we're going to call that dangerous because we are prepared. So that's rank 2. Rank 2. And we'll make 10 boxes. That's that chart. So let's see. Face danger scene challenge. When you're telling something risky to react to an imminent threat within a scene challenge. So this is if there's a fight. Secure an advantage when you assess the situation, make preparations, or attempt to gain leverage within the scene. Activate a 4-segment countdown track and face danger or secure an advantage to take action. 4-segment, okay. Okay, so we make a 4-segment countdown track. So we'll do that as a box. There we go. When the scene challenge countdown... Oh, okay. When the countdown track or progress track is filled, when the events lead to a scene's conclusion, roll the challenge dice and compare to your progress. See, but not without cost. Miss, you fail, or... Okay. So cool. This will... We now have the scene. It's a rank 2 scene. And we have our goal. Basically speaking, we're going to do this, but we're going to use the resolution mechanics from Elegy. And every time we get a fail, or every time we get a fail, we'll mark a progress, basically, during this conversation. So, and this is going to be social. So socializing, we're going to get bonus from. Do I risk it for the biscuit? And does magnetism, is it? I think it's 1 person per blood, so I feel like that would be a bad move. But I think no, that was difficult to decide by that, but all right. So let's set the scene. So we're doing, we get up for the night, so we're -1. Very important in case a fight breaks out. We are going to the deal with the Lost Shadows, right? Right. Let me. Yes. All right. So NPCs. Selma. Friendly. And then unfriendly would be what? It would be Forgotten Knights, right? Yes, Forgotten Knights. That's who we're dealing with. And I don't think the Queen would be doing this, so I think we need to make a Yeah, we'll make a second. And we'll roll them up real quick. Because why the hell not? Because I think that would just be better. Like, they have the queen backing them because that's her bloodline, but all right. So wrong guy. All right. So female even, male odds, and that's 2. Aisha. All right. So that's who's in this scene. Salma, we met before. She's a thin, wiry thing. So let's. Oh, we're probably doing this in some kind of abandoned place, right? Probably, like anything, probably some form of warehouse. So let's roll up for abandoned places. 949. I'm 49. All right, so shoebox filled with floppy disk. 70. Forgotten. Now. Expired. Beer. And what else? 66. Alrighty, so we're in a vague warehouse location in what, probably Maple End. We're in some kind of warehouse that probably should have been used for lumber, but for some reason there's like a few things scattered about, nothing crazy or huge. And I think we roll in with Selma and probably some sort of enforcer ghouls into this place, and I think the Forgotten Knights, Aisha is there probably with some of her ranks, and we're there, and we're just gonna see how this goes for negotiation, because I doubt that they probably talked about it and like, all right, we're gonna do this. So yeah, Selma also probably has her hostage with her, and Aisha. I think we have to start with whether or not Nora is visible. So like, do we see Nora? We'll go 50-50. 62. Nora is not visible. So I think the first maneuver is going to be that Selma is going to ask them where Nora is, and let's roll on the conversation focus. See what that gets us. 18. Question. Okay. So Aisha responds with a question, and that is 66. 11, 47. Hasty. Okay. So Aisha doesn't want to be too hasty and kind of just goes, "Oh, what's the rush?" Basically, I think. Oh, let's get a first impression. I didn't do that. Let's get a first description of Aisha. 84. Uh, treacherous. Treacherous. So she's a treacherous looking individual. Oh yeah, first look. 16. Swaggering. Swaggering. Initial disposition. 53. Wanting. Oh, they're about to make a deal, so swaggering. Swaggering person. Okay. So yeah, so I think we walk in, Nora's not there. Selma asks where's Nora, where's your hostage? Or it probably doesn't say Nora, but says where's your hostage? And then Aisha probably counters with like a question. Let's not be too hasty now. And I think the question is, points at me and goes, and who is she? And points to Celeste and goes, who is she? And I think with that, I'm gonna make a socialize roll to try and get secure an advantage and make it work. Let's go. So that's 8. Shit. And I get a +1. Yeah, so that's a failure, which would count as a miss for these rules. So we mark one of these squares, and we basically like straight. I think what it is Celeste goes to introduce herself, and Aisha is just like, I didn't ask you, and just kind of shuts us down. And then Salma has to kind of come in and be like, this is Celeste, who's recently become relevant and has been is an ally basically to us. And I think Aisha goes, Celeste. I think it's likely that she's heard of us. And yeah, 68. She's heard of us and knows pretty much who we are now. It's like, and she probably said, like, aren't you the one that helped bring Nora in and now you're trying to get her under someone else's thumb? Or I think Selma kind of cuts in and goes, no, she's merely realized that Nora is a person worthy of being a hostage and brought that to my attention to make things even with the power that we're going to bestow by giving you access to ability of control in that way. And I think that's going to be her rolling. And since she is, oh yeah, I forgot to print off more connection sheets because I don't have enough room. What was she? I wrote it down. Rank 3, adult vampire. So I believe we add their rank to what we're trying to do. Where's connections? Professional species. When they aid you in an action roll, closer to their expertise through intel, knowledge, or skill, add +1. Oh, they only give you +1? Oh, I guess the ranks are for like abilities and stuff and how hard it would be to take them down. That feels a little underwhelming. But all right, yeah, well, professional, and we'll use that +1 bonus on this next roll. 15, that is a stylish success. So we gain a rush. Okay, face danger is what marks progress. So I think that's what we just did. Oh, cool. So we don't gain rush. I'm wrong. Yeah, we're just gonna vaguely follow this. This is what happens when you try and hack rules in. But I kind of like these. So we get to mark progress twice. Basically, Selma backing us has put us in a position where we are good. I think I just marked one too many. Did I? Where's missions? Yes, I did, because this is rank 2, so we only do 2 per box. And I think with that, I think Aisha kind of like sucks on her teeth like a bit, kind of like almost a hiss in anger. And I think Nora gets brought in from like an office, like just a side door office room. Yeah, they kind of look at each other, and Aisha just kind of says like, well, let's get on with it. And the 2 hostages, one of Selma's vampires, um crosses as Nora crosses to exchange. And we're gonna try and roll on a finish the scene, so I get to add +4. So that's 9 +4, so that's a weak hit. Okay, so we succeed. Yeah, 9 +4, 13. And 13 translates to a flat success. So we got to pay the price, and all right. So we gain the benefit of a stylish success. So I think we gain. Oh, I know what it is. We're gonna gain Aisha as an adversary. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Second of Lost Nights, right? Right? Can't. I have so many notes going on. Forgotten Nights. And I think she's going to be rank 3. Um, the Lost Shadows did not rat me out. They actively backed me, so that's going to give me a thing of renown, I think. So I think Nora is probably looking a little worse for wear, and we all like everyone just kind of backs away from the altercation. Is just like, all right, we're gonna just back away. The job's done. Selma's vampire or subordinate. We'll give them a name. Let's give them a name. Evens male, odds female. That is Evens. 14. Anthony. Anthony. And then we also have Nora. Anthony. Forgotten Knights. Traded for Nora. Wait, no. Nope. Forgotten Knights is who we're dealing with. So this is Lost Shadows. Lost Shadows. Trade for Nora. And now Forgotten Knights have access to the ability Control. Ability Control. Aisha is now an adversary. Cool, we're racking up those adversaries. Like I think at this point, the entire Forgotten Knights bloodline is probably our adversary, but they definitely have resources to bear against us for this. But yeah, so I think we leave and we pile into a car and probably start heading back to Selma's thing. And I think Nora's probably very concerned about what was her name? Tiara. So Nora, yeah, I think that's pretty fair to say that Nora is concerned because Tiara just got embraced, as we know. Ooh, is she mad at us actually? I think that's 50-50 odds. Ooh, she is. Nora is mad at, I think, Celeste specifically. And I think she's actually just like, you could have literally used anyone else. And I think with this, with Nora, I'm gonna hit her with magnetism. I'm gonna spend a blood. We're like best friends. Come on, Nora. And I'm going to exploit it with socialize to get her to tell me what happened to Mira's ghouls that were investigating her and captured by the Forgotten Knights. I'm going to cool my rush. So it just drops to 2. So that way this is at least a 2. So 5, 6, 7. Oh, we only get a +2. 8, 9. 9. So it's still, oh, geez. Still a failure. I think the funniest thing that could happen right now is we try to do that and Nora, like we're sitting in the back of this car, we're talking with Nora, and we try to pull this, and Nora just headbutts us. So we're gonna take a hit to our health and proceed to swear. And I think Salma also gets mad at us and is like, "What the fuck is going on back there?" And Nora is just like, "You're not my fucking friend. I don't care what bullshit powers you have." Um, oh, so I think Celeste literally has to like reset her nose and is gonna I'm gonna risk it and I'm gonna spend another blood and I'm gonna try and like put a harder like put more into it, I think is the way that I would thing where it's just like just kind of leaning into it. It's like, oh come on, look, Nora, I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that would cause that big of an kind of like gaslight Nora a bit, utilizing this magical bond and like enforcing a degree of friendship. And we'll try that again. And that's a 10 and a 9 with +2. So that's a stylish success. And I think basically through the combination of disciplines and the power of gaslighting, minorly, to convince Nora that we really just want what's best for her, she's going to answer what happened to them. And like we know they were captured. And are any of them alive? 29. So that's we're going 50-50 odds. So any of them are alive, and we got 3 to pick from. And I got a D4 over here. Like, all right, how many are alive? 2. And it's gonna be what? So Alea and Garrett. We're also definitely pissing off Nora. Like I don't think Nora's gonna be super happy with us after this, but that hopefully we won't be screwed over too bad. I think that warrants a loose end. I think Nora being pissed at us, because she's not quite an adversary, but it's definitely like a background thing that I think will come up at some point. And oh, I forgot we totally managed that. Yeah, because we got yeah, we got Nora away just like Lila wanted. So that's, I'm gonna give a couple there. Yeah. So, oh shit. Back to what I was. So yeah, Alea. So Nicholas is dead, and these 2 are alive. So we're gonna gain a couple there. But we have no way of like rescuing them. So I think the best bet's gonna be to kind of call it, thank Nora, and once we get back with like Selma, probably talk to Selma and just be like, try and smooth things over with her, and like try and reinforce that connection. And we did kind of do stuff to help her. So we'll just do this down here. Do a little connection action. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Expertise. And we already helped. She's ranked 3. Expertise. Vampire politics. And with connections, progress per rank for rank 3, we get a couple squares. We get a couple squares with Selma, so it's a little risky. But yeah. So I think with that, we get back. I'm gonna make a roll to see socialize just to smooth things over with Celeste. So we'll just see how that goes. 8, 2 plus 1 for socialize. 11. What's 11 give us? 11 should be a flat success. Yay, flat success. I will take it as we gain a thing, but we also have to pay the price. Ah, man. 27. Bro, I rolled 100, so I have to roll twice. So 27 is lose clarity. So, oh, Yeah, we just did some serious like mind control. So then we lose a thing of clarity and then 7. Oh, so we're gonna lose rush down to 0 because we kind of cared about Nora, or maybe Selma's. Actually, maybe we're exposed to danger. Yeah, we're exposed to danger because we've put ourselves on the playing ground. So now we'll finish up some quests or some missions. So we'll call Lila and let her know that it's done. Um, uh, yeah, missions, progress, fulfilling. Here's you can conclude your mission, rolled number of boxes filled your progress, check the mission, ignore any other bonus. Stylish success. So we got 17 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there we go. So we get the reward. Mission rank, any ally. All right, so we get all right, and this is gonna be renown. So we get 2 experience points in renown because this is vampire stuff. And then right, yeah, I think that's how it goes. So we did that, and I think we go to adversaries. Where's the section on adversaries? Connections, combat experience. There's not a section on adversaries in this little book. No, it's probably just the standard common thing. But I think that gives us a couple spots towards Lila thinking we're not completely shit. We've done a mission for her under duress, but you know, um, but like she's like, all right, you're not too bad, and Lila is. Oh shit! I should have wrote what Lila was a part of. Where's here it is, my city. I'm getting so disorganized. I should really get more organized. Daughters of the Sun. That's right. Yes, and our neighbor, because the Daughters of the Sun are also in South Hill. There we go. So there's that, and I think at this point we also call we also call Mira to let her know about whether or not what's going on with her goals. That's 8 and a 4. Um, 12 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 18, so that's a success. So we're going to gain another 2 points of renown because we're doing vampire shit. And we'll gain a thing from Mira. And I think that call basically just goes, okay, good to know. And I think all she really asks at that point is all of our intel on the Forgotten Knights. So that way she can effectively show up and try and do something, hopefully, in at some point. So finished. Mission for Mira and Lila. And I think, with that, Celeste hops in her car, her cherry red 67 Chevy Impala, and heads back to her safe house for the night. And that is where we're going to call it for today. I hope everyone had a fun time. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Good night.